Dun 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 dun. It's sealed pool practice time, and we're gonna open 6 packs of either Magic the Gathering or Flesh and Blood TCG, and we're gonna try to make our best deck out of those 6 packs. And you can go ahead and tell me what kind of mistakes I made or which cards you might have played out of the pool instead.
It's Leah here, and I haven't done one of these in a while, but I had this pre-release kit sitting around and just crack it open and see if I could build a deck out of it. Never did much in this set, so I don't know what I can even open out of it. Elder Giant Dog. Oh. And a bonus card? So I guess I've got some red and black going on and 2 strong creatures. Stasis Field, Master, there's a black card. I don't usually do red, but maybe we can do red. Are these visible? Do I have to move them up? There, this is more visible. Bonus Charger, Knight. Don't know what's actually good. Removal's good, but this costs 6. Incubate 3, whatever that does. This turns into a flying haster, so that seems good. Can play that, which is red. I do not know how these work. They didn't go to a pre-release, so nobody explained these to me. Choose an opponent to protect it. I suppose if it's 1 versus 1, that's it. You can attack it. If it's defeated, exile it. So, equivalently, it enters the battlefield. My opponent essentially gains 4 life. Because if I'm going to do anything with this, I have to do 4 damage to it. If that's doing damage to it, not them. Is them gaining 4 life worth them discarding a card and not me drawing a card? And I like drawing cards. And then I might get this 4/4 if I'm willing to take that 4 life back. But if not, then it's just 3 for we each mill 3 cards and they discard a card and I draw a card. So I guess if I really need to draw a card, but I don't know how I feel about that. Is a Siren Pirate. Flying Vigilance seems okay. Sacrifice a permanent gets a counter. How often do you sacrifice things in a sealed? I guess if I get something that makes treasure, because that's pretty common. Pretty card. I'm going to put that with you because it matches both these colors. This matches your colors. Token. Would you make 3 color in this? Okay. So choose target battle. Oh, well, this seems like a good black creature if I mess around with that battle thing. 3 damage. I'm liking the black and red in this. I don't know if black, red, blue is exactly what I wanted to do. I wanted to lean into that white, but maybe. Fire. Big colorless thing. Maybe you do sacrifice stuff in this sealed. Really feeling like black and red's gonna be what I do. Okay, here's another one of these things. Enters scry. And if it's a land or double-faced card, draw a card. I don't know if that's as cool. This is another 4/4 that boosts permanents that are transformed that you can't play in a werewolf deck. Why does this exist? 5 damage, do a bunch of stuff. 5 damage for 3 is probably good enough on its own, without the rest of however much text this is. Green and white unicorn. Okay, it's a green and white unicorn. Red foil. Green and white land. Token. I like death touch things. There's another removal spell. 6 damage. Negate. Ooh, oh, it's like pacify. Another one of these things. There's 2 of those now. I don't know if I'd be playing green in this sealed pool. There's another. There's a lot of removal. Other knights you control. Not any knights yet, but maybe we're gonna put that up in that pile. Gift of completion. Surveil if Phyrexians die. Maybe if we have a bunch of Phyrexians. Tap 2 target creatures. The green thing that transforms. But it isn't a blue in it, so you don't want to put that battle in there. Okay, this reveal any number of dragon cards. I don't think I have a dragon card, or else this would be great. Turns into a dragon. dragon. Do I give my opponent 5 life for 2 to have a 4/4 dragon? Maybe not without any dragons. I don't know, is that a good bomb card in sealed? Creatures of power 1 or less can't be blocked. That seems like a good card. Mountain, piece of junk. Now this card I like. This art is attractive and I want it in foil. Just straight up, that's my evaluation. If I feel like I'm ending up in green at all, I'm playing this so I can look at the pretty art. Whatever it does. Maybe it's good too. I don't know. It's another good black card. Okay. These seem very controlling. Now here's a dragon. In blue. Kite sail. I'd play kite sail. Dinosaur beast. That doesn't seem too bad. Putting that in the gold pile though. It's a flyer that transforms into a 2/4. I don't know if I'm all that excited enough about that to read it. It creates a treasure. Well, we wanted to create treasure, but we're not really leaning into green here. A dinosaur. For a set with a card that wants dragons, why are there so many dinosaurs? Not a problem. Still play it. Black and white. Well, that fits our black, white, and red theme. Flying and lifelink. That seems like a good card. And put that down here with our black and red and white stuff. Okay. Reveals their hand, discards. That seems okay. Dwarf pilot. When this creature enters the battlefield. So being a pilot doesn't specifically do anything for the creature. Except that when it pilots things, which we haven't seen a vehicle. Cool. This set seems all over the place. We're past a mana rock. No, mana converter. Okay, well I'd take a mana converter if I'm gonna do 3 color. That seems alright. Spell can't be countered. That's good because we've opened a lot of counter spells. 1 damage. 5. I would play it. There's a red and white thing. We have so many red and whites that I want to do 3 color. Okay, a transforming card. Play it for white. Maybe pay a little life into it, get a 4/3 with trample. I'm okay with that. This is a there's the battlefield, bounce a creature. Probably not playing that. Another white thing with cool art. at the top card of your library. Cast things with flash. I don't know. I'm less thrilled with this art. This art reminds me of the Spawn comics from the 90s that they kind of looked like black hairballs on white paper sometimes. Whenever a creature 2 or less enters the battlefield, you get an experience counter. Is this just the original one? Yes, it is. That was a very powerful card, because I have that card. This must be a reprint. You can play these in this set, right? Or sealed. Ozolith. Okay, the green is getting a little tempting. But we have a black and white land to go with our black and white and red theme. These are the same 4 cards as the last pack. You can rewind the video. I guess that's an okay white spell. Moonfolk Ninja. Ooh. Sacrifice an artifact, get a counter. I don't know how many artifacts I have, but that goes in our black and red pile. Okay, I may really have to look at green for +1/+1 counters before I dismiss it. That is where we really tip the scales there. This is a thing that turns into a thing. Did I get one of these every pack? I don't know if I particularly care about that one. Battle for Zendikar on a card. Vigilance, haste. It's also a land. Why didn't they just write land on it? As long as it's on the battlefield, it's a land. So I guess it's not a land in my graveyard, which it wouldn't be anyways, because the backside doesn't count as anything, right? I dislike this because it's confusing. Okay, we now have 2 copies of this Flying Vigilance dude. White double strike. First strike things now have double strike. A mountain, a blue-green land. Fine, I'm gonna look at blue-green. Okay, is there enough green in here to make me really think? So it's a green ramp card. So 1/1 counter plans. This guy. Anything that incubates, I guess. Not that guy. This guy. Not that guy. Rooted. No. That gets really big. I might want that. No. Yes. Yes. No. No. Oh wait, that's the card I started with. I put it on the bottom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things that care about 1/1 counters. An inner pile of random stuff. Missouri cares about 1/1 counters, but I'll have to lean into the blue because the greens are all could be too big. If it's attacking a battle, put a counter on it. I don't think that's as important. I don't recall opening many knights. Okay, I think I'm just going to have to say no to the blue-green plan. And probably this blue, white, red, green stuff. All these multicolors that I didn't identify early on as possibilities, which leaves us these artifacts. So the blue. There's the battlefield. Put a flying counter on each creature that convoked it. Well, that seems great. Especially in a sealed environment. There should be another one. Where I really want to be, and I didn't particularly want to be in blue. But that seems great. These things mill, transform, counter. The one dragon. Another thing that makes stuff unblockable. You know, unless I really dislike the red, the black, and the white, and it pushes me into the blue, in which I think that's a really great flyer. Which means one or more creatures enter the... Whenever one or more creatures you control that entered the battlefield this turn deal combat damage, then you make a dragon. Oh, creatures you control gain haste. Well, it's a good thing you help out. This is a powerful card, too. Okay, is there something worth keeping in this collection that makes me change my mind on, I guess, the white? These are the ones that are pushing me into white. These are red black, so they would also fit over there if I did blue instead of white. Creature you control comes the target of a backup ability. This is a backup ability. It enters the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on a thing. Okay. Copy that ability. How much backup do I have? 1, 2, 3, and they're all the same dwarf pilot. So that's something. 4, also a dwarf pilot. That's it. 4. Okay. Enters your attacks, exile 5 cards. When you do, return target creature card. Advanced Menace lifelink. Acceptable. Flying lifelink. Cast your second spell. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. one into your hand and the rest into the graveyard. It is a flying lifelink. So we get counters off this one and lifelink off these. And we have mana fixing. So is there anything else in white? Because I do believe that is decent. So first strike have double strike. Does anybody have first strike? Nope. What are our creatures? Trample guy, that guy, a lifelink, an incubator, double strike, flying, something that cares aggressively about being Phyrexian, which I'm not going to meet. So 8 possible creatures. I don't know. Those blue flyers are very tempting for me to just cut the white and try the blue flyers in this black-red shell. So if we do the black-red shell, so 1/1 that I kind of like, 2/2 with a sacrifice ability to gain counters and draw cards, which would sacrifice this 1/1 to do damage. Reveals their hand. You may make them discard a card. And then you can make incubation thing that would transform into a 3/3 through some series of steps that I probably don't understand. Maybe. -4 is 4, yes. 4, 5. Pick up the red. Probably not. -2/-2, or kicker for -6/-6. That seems good. 1/1 death touch or 3/3 death touch with a draw ability. Yes. Another sacrifice outlet. Okay. Slide these up a little. Ooh, with 3/5 with options. Oh, the expensive incubation card I remember starting this plan with. Destroy a thing? Yep. Maybe we're not as black as I thought we could end up being. Maybe this is just going to be a very red deck. Okay. Dwarf Pilot. How many copies of you are in here? 3. Just 3. The Dwarf Pilot, that makes another thing bigger. The red spell that does damage. It's a 4/4 for 4. Can't really complain. Plus trample haste and does some stuff. Enters, attach it to target creature. We'll start with it. It might get cut. Don't have any dragons. Sorry, cool thing. Yep, no dragons. Is it worth it for 5? 5 for a flying 4/4. That'll take a lot of effort for me to get to. That affects dragons. Yeah, not worth it. Deals 6 damage or destroys an artifact. Okay. Deals 5 damage for 3. Yep. Deals 3 damage. Yep. Might as well be a burn deck. Flying haste. Yep. 5/5 for 6. Equip creature deals combat damage, create a treasure token. Well, it seems better than the other thing. And it equips for less, so we're just gonna auto drop that. Okay. Flying is always awesome. Colors are good. Target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Okay. Plus they're big. What does that leave me with? 2, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13 creatures. But 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 spells. There is a lot of removal in this. 13 and 11 is 24, leaves room for 16 land. Do we actually add anything else? 3 of these cards care about having creatures. 2 of these cards care about having creatures on the field. And that's not going to happen. So those get cut. I should not add double blue. But I want to. If we add that guy, we just go very lightly into blue. Here's the battlefield, put a flying counter on each thing that convoked it, which would be really great. But it's double blue. That's also great. I like being able to just hit my opponent. Maybe we put in 1. I just cannot come up with a reason to justify running 2 double blues. Okay, now what does it look like? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 16, 17 creatures. These things always come with this great little instruction book. 15 to 18 creatures, 5 to 8 spells. So it wants me to have 6 other spells for 23 land. I have 9. Let's get rid of the triple black one. The single damage one, which I will bring in if I can counter red or white, make that into a sideboard card. The kicker one is nice. And maybe cut. This can't be blocked one because most of my creatures will not qualify. None of them will actually qualify. It's a deck. Very pleased with the amount of removal. I think this would have been fun to play as long as my mana stayed relatively consistent. It doesn't top out with huge creatures, but it has a lot of flying. That makes me pretty thrilled with this. So, overall, pretty happy there. That's a solid deck. Probably put 4 islands and 6 and 6. Is that right? I need to equal 17-ish? 16 or 17 lands, so 6 and 6, 12 plus 4. So 6, 6, and 5, maybe? 6, 6, and 5. Yeah. I think that balances it out nicely. I'd be pleased to play this. I kind of wish I had gone. So, there it is.